Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Justin, Mendy, David, Shane, Alex, Patrick, Mike, welcome, guys. Thank you all for being here. We may or may not have maintenance today. I really can't tell. By Blizzard's own posted message, we should be having maintenance right now, but there is no maintenance right now. So I'm not sure if they meant to say Friday the 17th and they accidentally said Thursday the 16th. I really don't know what's going on with them, but maybe we'll get to play today. Ryan, good morning. The plan was actually to play even earlier than now, and then I saw the maintenance message go up. I double checked what day it was. I compared the times. I did that about 7 times, and then I realized they were trying to do maintenance. But it turns out that they never did.
Yo!
So I don't know.
Be good.
Alex, you hit 60 in hardcore? For real, man? That's amazing. I'm going to have to read some of these a little bit because I have no idea what I'm doing here otherwise. Spark Socket would like 10 pieces of charred wreckage.
Have a good one.
Okay. Oh, nice. You can tell I've been on the Discord this morning. Actually, I did go on the Discord really quick, but I did not look around for long. Let's see. Yeah, you're the first and maybe the only Guild 60. You may be the only person that makes it.
Interesting. Have a good one.
They took our men. Okay. Let's see. 5 goblin prisoners.
Be careful out there.
Equipment recovery. 8 pieces of K3 equipment.
Hurry back.
Oh yeah, it's a goblin town. Ugh, gross. It's all goblins.
Yeah, what do you want? If you ever need anything.
Repossess 16, dried, and so we're picking up a lot of stuff off the ground, it sounds like.
Real. Be good.
And kill somebody. Okay, kill Gnarlhide. Perfect. Alex, that reply was awesome. I love the AI reply from the bot as I tried to like update the server on the status of the stream. It gave me a really well thought out reply. Yeah, it was a very even keel, thought out reply, very thoughtful. And that's why AI is going to replace humans pretty soon. Because, yeah, it was a nice reply. I appreciated it. I didn't expect it, but I appreciated it anyway. Shane, should Blizz implement a ratio cap of Horde and Alliance in Season of Discovery on the individual servers? You mean to try to, like, ensure faction balance? Should they artificially make sure there's faction balance? Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of problems that can come up when you try to do something like that, like, because, you know, people can do what they want, ultimately. Yeah, they should try to assure some kind of faction balance. You know, the best way to assure, like, the best faction balance you can get is if you have one mega server, and everybody has to play on one server, and then the faction balance is whatever it is. And then if it's 60-40 Alliance because people don't like Horde, then that's just what it is, you know? Because I don't know if there's a way to, like, ensure faction balance. You'd think if they were ever going to do something like that, we'd have seen efforts at it before. Yeah, I am also concerned for the Horde people, for people who play Horde. I'm very concerned that you're never going to win the Ashen Vale open world PvP event. Because it's obviously going to be dominated by the Alliance. Because most people in Classic era play Alliance. And I don't know how we get around that. We get around it by not playing Horde side, but that causes more of a problem, you know? It was like when I found out in Wrath that sometimes you queue up for a battleground and you end up fighting your own faction. Because sometimes there's not enough people of the other faction doing battlegrounds. And I thought, well, that's really freaking weird. You think they'd figure that out? Yeah, they should have a mega server. There's probably lots of ways they can do it. You know, a lot of games do mega servers. ESO does mega servers, and that game is running just fine. Does it have as many players as WoW? I don't really know, and I don't think it really matters. Everybody, especially for stuff like a season, like everybody should be on one server. It should be obviously per region, you know. But ultimately, yeah, one server per region. Ryan, once you're in one of the guilds, you'll see the Discord info in the guild information tab. Yeah, the only bar to getting in the Discord is that you have a character in one of the guilds. This guy's evade bugged. He's very, very, very evade bugged. Great. Perfect. So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming at this point there's no maintenance today. I don't know that we'll hit 80. I had planned to get on here like much earlier. I saw the maintenance message. I decided to do a workout instead because I was frustrated with the additional day of maintenance. And then like as I was going through my workout, I kept coming back and checking the server, and every time I checked, the server was still up. Even by all accounts, the server should have been down. So now what I'm realizing is like we didn't get the maintenance they posted for today, so I'm sure we're going to get maintenance tomorrow. I'm positive now we're going to get maintenance tomorrow. It's almost to a point where I have to expect maintenance every single day on this game, which is baffling. But obviously we can see why the game needs maintenance. This guy needs some help. Ryan, on the hardcore side, we're the HC Ramblers, and on the Wrath of the Lich King side, we are the Wrathful Ramblers. So there's the Alliance Guild. That's on the Mankrik server. That's not a bad idea, David, but I feel like if they did that, then you would see it flip the other way. You know what I mean? Like as soon as they incentivize people to play one faction or the other, then you see the faction balance tip the other way, and then they have to offer the bonus to the other faction, and it feels like maybe that would be like a never-ending teeter-totter, especially if it were for an experience buff. Then you'd probably see a never-ending teeter-totter of like the most prominent faction. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, I'm not worried about it for us because we're gonna be Alliance. So like, no matter what, there's gonna be more Alliance players than Horde players. But we could end up on the server that's mainly Horde. You know, it could happen. It depends on how many servers there are. I'm hoping that they'll have one PvE server and one PvP server per area, you know, per region. And that way we don't really have to worry about it. Then the faction balance is whatever it is. Like, even if everybody had to play on one server, more people play Alliance. So you're going to have actual natural faction imbalance. And there isn't really a solution for that, because you can't force people to play a faction they don't want to play. Oh, give Horde Blood Elves. Yeah, give Horde Blood Elves in Classic Era. That will help you with your faction balance. That would be like a huge step towards creating faction balance in Classic Era, is give the Horde Blood Elves. It's really easy. I'm not going to attack this guy for the 17th time. Nope, we're going to skip him. And I also, for today, I also have the character boost ready. Thanks to David. Thank you again, David. I have the character boost ready to go. I haven't picked out the class yet. I'm still undecided. But the boost has been purchased, and it's waiting for me to make my selection. So maybe at some point towards the end of the stream today, we'll do that. I still don't know. I've been thinking about a fire mage a lot. But I really don't have... I've also been thinking about a Shadow Priest. I've still been thinking about the Shaman. I really don't have any idea what I would like to boost. I also realized I was looking at like an older tier list. I wasn't looking at the proper like Phase 4 tier list anyway. Like a lot of it was still the same, but some of it was different. For instance, on the actual like Phase 4 like tier list, Enhancement Shaman is actually C. It's actually C tier. And Elemental Shaman is still B tier. But yeah, enhancement is way down there. And I really don't know how I feel about that. So, alright, what else am I doing in this area? I'm trying to find more of these gnolls. Let's fly out a little bit more to the west. And maybe we'll see some more guys out here. Karen, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Shane, the queues for gammas last night were bad? They were bad in what way? Like, were there long wait times? Were the groups miserable? And why aren't you doing stuff with the guild? Are people not on a lot in the evenings to run stuff? Yeah, I feel like your best defense against bad queues and bad groups is to bring a couple guildies along. I think I found the right camp. There we go. Longer than normal wait times and bad groups. Oh, that's great. Yeah, the only solution is like having more guild people to play with, I guess. I'm gonna try to do an evening stream tomorrow. I don't think it'll be tonight. But I think tomorrow I'll try to get on, because I'll have an 80 by then. Like, either way, either this character will be 80, like for sure the boosted character will be 80. And I need to get myself into some normal heroics to start gearing up for the heroic plus stuff. But you know, I kind of have to decide what class I want to do that on. Yeah, and anybody who can recruit, like, feel free to recruit. If you group with somebody and they're a decent person and they're on the realm, invite them. If you see somebody out in the world and you're playing with somebody out in the world and they seem like a decent person and they're not gilded, invite them. Yeah, feel free to recruit people. I mean, most of you guys who can recruit, you know, like, what I want out of a human being, and just for them to be a decent human being. And sometimes you invite somebody and you think they're a decent human being and it turns out they're a complete asshat, and if that happens, oh well, we just kick them and we move on. Because that does happen sometimes. Sometimes there's an asshat in disguise, so... And yeah, I probably need to promote some more people. I don't even know if I can do that on this character. Yeah, on this character I can't do anything. I don't think I have any rights in the guild. So, oh no, wait, I can promote certain people. Yeah, I can promote. Some people I just can't promote past where they're at. I am the same rank as the GM. Okay. Perfect. That works. I feel like these guys are really beating on me today. Maybe it's because I came into like a higher level area. Alright, now she wants us to do what? Retrieve 8 hardy mammoth meats.
Keep it real.
Okay. Rod, good morning. Ghostly Bones, good morning to you as well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for being here.
What's up? Keep it real. Have a good one. Be good.
Agent Dead, I am doing well. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I feel like I have to use an item. Yeah, use the UDED on Iron Wool Mammoth. Okay, I don't have an item in my quest log. So now I have to find an item here. What am I looking for? I have no idea. Also, yeah, I think some of my add-ons are not working also. It's really useful when they have the quest item over here to the side, because otherwise I'm probably never going to find it. That's going to be a huge problem. Okay. Good times. Yeah, I don't see an item by that name. The UDED. I don't have a UDED. It sounds like some kind of medical implement that I don't really want to be too familiar with. So that sucks. I guess I'm gonna move on for now. I don't know. I might not be doing this one because it's not making any sense to me. I can't see the item that it wants me to use. So yeah, you know, usually this shows it. Usually it's right here. Like even in the normal UI, it's right here, and it's not here right now. And I can't find it in my bags. I have too much stuff in my bags. I mean, I did a once over. I don't see anything that starts with a UE, DD, EDE, DED, or any of those letters. So, it's just another point of friction. I really think that like a lot of the Wrath quest really went in the wrong direction when it came to like making quest multi-step quest. Like, you want me to get mammoth meat? That's fine. I'll get mammoth meat for you all day. You know what I want to do? I want to kill the fucking mammoth, and then I want to loot its meat. I don't want to use an item on the dead mammoth, okay? I just want to kill the mammoth. I want to get the meat. I want to move on with my life and be able to do the quest. Instead of where I'm at right now. They went all the way with all these quests. Like every quest, they thought the way we make quests more interesting is we make multiple clicks. We make you click multiple things multiple times. That makes it a lot more interesting, doesn't it? Isn't it so much more engaging when you have to find an item in your inventory and then click another item with that item to make an item that you then have to click? Isn't that like immersive gameplay? No. It's annoying. That's what it is. Just blow them up with a bomb. I wish we could. I wish we could just do a bombing run and blow them all up. It'd be better than this. Here we go. Kill 12 spiders. I like this, okay? It's clear what it wants me to do. I have a pretty fair idea of how I'm going to do it, you know, with my character abilities. Or repression. They would like me to retrieve 5 samples of impure serenite. This also seems like something that I might just be able to click one item. So also another good quest. We're going to focus today on quests that make sense, so that I can get as much done as possible. he says, and then realizes that he has to go into a cave, the entrance to which he does not know where it is. Problems. Lots of problems today. I came here thinking like, oh, you know, I'll start off fresh in a new area. Questing in the Storm Peaks will be easy. Yeah, it's been iffy. Here we go. Here's the cave. I'll be happy when I don't have to quest anymore. Let's put it that way. Bagnon has a search feature. Does it really? I must not have it enabled. Here we go. Click to search. It's a U. Oh god, hit all the buttons. UDED, UED. No. UE something something Stefan's horn. This is picking up things that have the letters. It's like, oh, it has a U in it. It has an E in it. That's not helping me. It's a cool feature, not helping me in this case. I really feel like when it comes to MMO questing, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. The best thing you can do with MMO questing is to make the areas interesting, make the enemies interesting, and you know, stick to the basic formula. Don't try to make anybody. Nobody wants to think too much when they're doing an MMO quest. They want to run to the area. They want to use their character abilities. They want to look at the environment a little bit, look at the enemy models, and then they want to have a clear idea of how to do the objective. You know? It could be that I'm just very impatient, but I have like had my issues with Northrend questing. I haven't enjoyed like a lot of the quest. Anything that has more than one stage to the quest, I have not enjoyed it. And it's probably why this character sat for so long, you know, so close to 80 without reaching 80. It was because every time I thought about it, I just think of the quest, like our mammoth meat quest. I'm like, how many mammoth meat quests am I gonna have to do where I don't understand even how to get the item? It looks like maybe somewhere in here there's like an escort quest out. An injured goblin miner wants you to bring back an oh, he wants something. Okay. Mark, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for checking out the stream. We're on the Mancrick server, Mark. That's a US East Coast server. The injured goblin looks dead. Yeah, she did look kind of dead. Maybe the ice tip venom thing will help reinvigorate her. I don't know. There's other objectives that I'm looking for that I'm just not seeing. Like I'm looking for equipment. I haven't seen any of the equipment. That seems to be like an item I can pick up off the ground. I'm not seeing it though. Oh boy. This direction seems to be leading me away from all of the objectives. That maybe I need to go back outside. I don't know. Alex, so you're saying that I shouldn't boost a Moonkin? Is that what you're telling me? But I've been thinking about Fire Mage, and you guys are saying Fire Mage is kind of the same way. Other than that, I've been thinking about Shadow Priest. Maybe I have to go outside for the other objectives. I'm kind of at a loss. Which isn't surprising. Like every third quest in Wrath of the Lich King confuses me. That's what happens when you're just a stupid person. I could read every single word of all of the quests, and maybe that would like help me out a little bit more. I don't really think that it would. I think that I'm relying on like the Questie tracking, which is probably like misleading me. It's probably a huge mistake to even like look at the Questie tracking at this point. Yeah, I have to go further in the cave. It seemed like I had to go out of the cave, but yeah, I think in actuality I somehow need to go further into the cave. Oh god, I can't even seem to find a way that doesn't just loop me back out. That's like the other problem. Oh man. Gotta love it. The map is really helpful. Yeah, I can really tell what's going on with the mini map. Very useful tool to have. I'd really rather just do dungeons the rest of the way, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I really don't have like any actual intrinsic motivation to quest. That's probably like a big part of my problem right now. Is I actually literally don't want to be questing. I would love to do some dungeons. That would be a lot of fun. I have found the purple spiders. Will I ever find my way back out? Probably not without hearthing out. But I found the purple spiders finally. These guys are just wailing on me today. Halls of Stone. Oh god, not Halls of Stone. Halls of Stone is okay, except there's too much roleplay in Halls of Stone. Okay. Alright. It's my favorite, yeah. It's a fine dungeon. Like, I like the dungeon, I like the bosses. I hate the events. I hate the roleplay events. Especially the one fight with the laser beams, and then Bran is working at the control station, and... Yeah, I don't like all the RP events. I wish that, like, as long as everyone in the group had already seen them, I wish it would just kind of speed up the process. But that one fight, the whole thing is the event. I guess I just need that one fight to be deleted. And replaced by an actual fight that isn't just like you're fighting the timer, basically. Like the timer's going, all the waves are gonna come. You can't speed up the waves, you can't skip the waves. That's the only bad part of the dungeon. Inexplicably, I'm out of mana. Why am I running out of mana all of a sudden? I didn't run out of mana at all the other day. We were doing dungeons very frequently. I don't remember a single time that I ran out of mana. And I'm not doing anything differently today. But I definitely just went It's very unwelcome. I could use Divine Plea more, but I really shouldn't have to. You should only really have to use Divine Plea on cooldown if you're a tank. Am I gonna heal today, Mark? I don't heal anymore. I've retired from healing. The healing that I did on the human paladin is basically the last healing that I really plan to ever do. Yeah, the problem with it is, like, I healed for 15 years. You know, all I ever did in my guild was heal. A lot of it I did on the pally. And yeah, I'm kind of looking to turn a new corner in life. And I would really rather not ever have to heal again. That's kind of why, like when I think about the mage or the priest, I kind of lean towards the mage a little bit, because the more I think about it, like, it'd be great just to have a DPS class that actually can't heal. It can't heal, it can't tank. I can just focus on doing DPS. Because that's something that I've never really been able to do before. Yeah, I healed for a long time. I just don't enjoy it anymore. Maybe over time, like playing more with the guild, I would feel differently. But I haven't raided with a guild or played with a guild in a long time. So I really don't know how I feel. I know I don't want to heal on the pally anymore because if I am gonna heal ever, I'd like to do it on something different. I'd rather not just do more of the same. The Holy Pally was what I played from original Wrath onward. I basically healed on the Holy Pally. I did a short stint healing on a Resto Druid, and in Firelands I tanked Firelands on a Death Knight. But besides that, I mainly just healed on my Paladin. Oh, that was a fun little daze. Oh, we're still dazed. What do we have going on here? Domination. We were dominated. Wouldn't be the first time. How many 80s do we have in the guild? The real question is how many active 80s do we have in the guild? Like, how many 80s do we have that, like, people are actually playing? That's the real question. Because, yeah, like, we have quite a few level 80 characters. I did not mean to taunt that guy, that was pure reflex. I was looking for that sweet, sweet taunt damage. At 80 I can glyph that so it doesn't actually taunt. I think I even have the glyph. Yeah, I have the glyph, I just can't use it yet. Man, out DPS by a bear and by a survival hunter. How embarrassing. Clearly I'm just not paying attention. There we go. Maybe I'll out DPS the tank. It's gonna be close. Yeah, barely. I barely out DPS the bear. Yeah, I'm hoping that if I'm consistently playing Wrath and I'm consistently doing endgame dungeons and stuff like that, that'll compel more people to be more active and get more people into Discord and stuff. I mean, to start off, I'm only looking to do 10-man raids to start off, and then we'll see. If we work ourselves up to a great core group of like 25 people, that'd be awesome. But I'm really looking to do just the 10-man stuff. Also, question, because I don't know if they changed this. Do 10-man and 25-man share a lockout now? Like, can I do 10-man Nax and then also do 25-man Nax the same week? Or do they share a lockout? Because I feel like they changed something really stupid about how lockouts work compared to how they used to work back in the day. I just don't know what it is. Because like I wouldn't mind eventually doing 25 mans also, but I would not want 25 man content to like take the place of 10 man content, because ultimately I enjoy the 10 man stuff a lot more, where everybody's more accountable for what happens. Well, that's an upgrade. But we did not win the roll. Yeah, that's a good idea with the guild message. Something along the lines of, you know, if you want to do some endgame stuff, do some raiding soon, make sure that you have joined the Discord and have verified yourself in the Discord. Taffy, we can do both in the same day, same week. Okay, awesome. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind, like, if we eventually have enough people and people want to go do 25 man, even if we have to pug some, I'd be down to have another day where we do a 25 man. I just don't want it to take the place of the 10 man stuff. Those of you guys who have played the Fire Mage, how complicated would you say the rotation is on like a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being impossible, 1 being basically what I'm doing now.
Inquiring minds just got to know.
How complicated is the Fire Mage to play? It's an 8. Oh dear. Oh dear Lord. I'm not gonna use weak auras, so it has to be a spec that I can play effectively with like in-game pop-ups, with in-game scrolling combat text and stuff like that. Has to be able to make do, because I'm not gonna play with weak auras on. Is it proc reactive? I like things where the proc pops up on the screen or in the scrolling combat text and I can react to it by pressing the appropriate button. Like, I don't mind reactive stuff. Like Art of War. I see the Art of War proc, I hit my Art of War, my exorcism. I don't mind stuff like that because like Hammer of Wrath. Like, scrolling combat text can handle that. See how I'm getting the pop-ups here? Like, I don't have to have an add-on to tell me when to push the button because there's an in-game feature that actually tells you to push the button. It's actually pretty amazing. It's called scrolling combat text. And so if it's like that, if it's like reacting to those kinds of procs that I can see pop up in scrolling combat text, then I don't mind that. Complicated for me is like managing a bunch of small cooldowns. Like when it comes to complications, like to me, I see complications when I have like 5 small cooldowns that I have to cycle through constantly to keep my DPS where it needs to be. That's the kind of stuff I don't like in a class, when I'm managing a bunch of tiny cooldowns.
Keep an eye out. I'll have this licked in 2 shakes of a...
Warning. Life form patterns.
Mark, do I play retail? Occasionally. I actually started a Night Elf Druid today in a recorded run. So I'm kind of like thinking about playing some retail. No plans for like anything serious. Right now I want to get a Night Elf so I can get the Night Elf Heritage Armor, and I want to collect some of the Druid forms. Marcin, happy birthday, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it turned out that this is what we're doing today, yeah. And then what about any Shadow Priest out there? How complicated would you say the Shadow Priest rotation is on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know if I'm going to boost the Shaman. I'm going to boost something. I don't know, because the Shaman, listen, okay, I want to play DPS, and I don't want to underperform in content because of my class. And it's not my fault that the game has a meta that you kind of have to play to. I didn't make the meta. I'm not responsible for it, but the Enhancement Shaman is way down on the list. Like, Enhancement Shaman is C tier. I don't want to do raids as a C tier DPS, okay? Like, that's not going to be fun for me. Like, even if I enjoy the class, knowing that I'm going to underperform just because of the class I chose is not fun. I don't think it's like a lot of fun for anybody. That's the problem. So I've been looking at some classes that are not C tier and trying to think like which one of those would I enjoy more. If any, I might still boost the Shaman, but I don't know. I'm worried that on the Shaman the DPS is gonna suck and I'm gonna end up healing on it full time. That's if I'm being honest, that's my biggest worry about boosting the Shaman. It's like not a worry with the Shadow Priest, because Shadow Priest is really good DPS. But my worry with the Shaman is that I boost the Shaman, I DPS on the Shaman for a little while, maybe we do a couple raids, maybe we do some Heroic++, then I don't like my numbers. Then I can't get my numbers where I want them to be, and then I end up healing full time. And I don't really want to heal full time, but I could easily see myself doing that on the character if I'm not happy with my performance. I think there's a rogue spec in A tier. I'm not 100%.
So that was the problem. Now
Let's see. Maybe not. Yeah, there might not be a rogue spec up there. Fire Mage, Rat Pally, Fury Warrior, Unholy Combat Rogue. Combat Rogues. Oh yeah, Stand in the Fire, Robert. That's good. Just look at the tier list right now. You're fine. Survival Hunter? Yeah, I mean this Survival Hunter. Well, one of the Survival Hunters was knocking out damage for a while. Now the Marksman Hunter is doing more damage. It's not a pirate spec yet. In Wrath of the Lich King, combat is still combat. It's not quite a pirate spec yet. It became a pirate spec in retail. Because it got a couple more like pirate-esque abilities eventually. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like maybe if the Shami scales really well with gear. I could kind of read a little bit and see like if the Elemental Shami scales with gear really well, maybe it would become more viable later on. Elemental Shaman, a support caster with mediocre DPS contributions but high utility. I don't like the word mediocre DPS contributions. Yeah, those are words, that's like corporate speak for telling somebody that they're gonna suck really bad. But you have mediocre DPS contributions this quarter. That sounds like I'm about to get fired, you know what I mean? Like, if someone were to come to me and they were to tell me that my DPS contributions were mediocre, I would assume that I was going to lose my job soon. So I really don't like that terminology. I really don't like that terminology. Survival Hunter is currently the strongest hunter spec and exhibits middle-of-the-pack DPS. See, middle-of-the-pack DPS performance is okay. Phase 4, simulated predictions. Especially competitive in raids. Valuable replenishment. Okay. Balanced Druids are another support spec with mediocre raw DPS output. So balanced spec is actually B tier. Unholy Death Knight exhibit the exact opposite scaling trajectory of Ret Paladin over the course of Phase 4. The spec is currently in the league of its own DPS.
Don't worry, old Bram's got your back.
Yeah, Unholy Death Knight's apparently really good. I should probably move along here with the group. Yeah, I don't want to be described as a mediocre DPS. It's not good. Doesn't make me feel good. Michael, Johnny, good afternoon, guys. Eric, good morning. Sorry if I missed some of you guys. I was looking at the tier list descriptions for each class for Phase 4. Trying to figure out what we want to boost today.
Soft, vulnerable shells. Brief, fragile lives. You cannot escape the curse of flesh.
We got a level 80 boost, Shadow. Yeah, we're boosting a character all the way to 80 today. Because that's a thing now. Hello, good afternoon, man. Yeah, the DK is almost a waste of a boost. I think if I wanted a DK, I'd probably just level it. I'd have to learn the class anyway, because I know literally nothing about it. I'm bad at managing the runes. So if I wanted a DK, I'd probably just level one up. I hate to say it, but it's kind of a waste of a boost. Enhancement is C tier. I don't think I'm going to. If I was a shaman, I'd have to be elemental, because elemental does marginally better damage. Yep. Leave the group. Yeah, I would probably like the gameplay of it. Yeah, that's not a problem. I would probably like the gameplay of an enhancement shaman. What I'm not gonna like is when every other person, despite gear, is doing just naturally more damage than I am. That's the part I'm not gonna like, and I have to be honest with that with myself. I can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna care about my mediocre DPS contributions according to Wowhead. Like I can't just lie to myself and tell myself I'm not gonna care, because then what's gonna happen is I'm obviously gonna care. I'm gonna get to a point where I'm not satisfied with the amount of damage that I'm doing, and I'm gonna end up going on heals, and then I'm not really gonna like that because I really don't want to heal. But it'd be a way to make up for my class's mediocre DPS contributions. So I feel like that's what would happen if I went shaman. I feel like I would end up healing on it, and I don't really want to heal full time. Ben Tenney, am I gonna play Season of Discovery? What do you think? Yes. Yes, I am. What class? I have no idea. Alliance side. Something on the Alliance side, but I don't know what class yet. I'm gonna have the same problem picking a class for Sob that I'm having picking a class to boost. I have problems when it comes to making choices about my class. It's always been a thing that I've had. It's always been a problem. Will I ever get out of this cave? I don't know. I am not sure. Yeah, Robert, let me know when you're on, man. Toss me an invite or something. Jake, good afternoon, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. I feel like I went the wrong way. I feel like, oh yes, if I would roll my camera out a little bit, I would realize that I've gone entirely the wrong way. Maybe I'll surprise everybody and we'll boost the Warlock. Leo, they're having a Black Friday sale. Any of the services on sale? Not that I saw. Although, you know, I bought the boost this morning, so maybe they went on sale 10 minutes after I paid for it. It's probably half off now. You know. But I didn't see any sales when I looked at the shop page this morning. Not for Wrath Classic stuff. A lot of times when they put stuff on sale, it's like retail stuff. Somewhere in this cave, I thought I had someone to turn an item into, but I don't know now about that at all. I think for now, maybe I just have to get out of this cave. I'm not really digging the cave. Yeah, they get Buffalo. From what I understand, they get gear that can take them into normal heroics. So like right away, you can start doing normal heroics. I was told that it takes about 6 or 7 hours to like gear up enough to get into like heroic plus. So yeah, even once we get going, we're still gonna have like a little bit of time before we can do like any serious business. Okay, so we're out of the cave. Like I don't know. Like I didn't see this stuff in there. I went all through the cave. Maybe there was like a way to turn that I didn't go. Maybe this stuff is not even in the cave. Maybe it's up above. I'll go look up above. I don't really think it's up here, but we'll go check. I mean, there's something, or I'll just keep doing this. Yeah, I mean, I would be fine with just like, I'd be fine with this. I would be fine with not questing anymore on this character, and would grinding out dungeons to level 80, and then maybe by that time I'll have decided what I'm gonna boost. The new Ice Crown regular dungeons. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can do those on heroic, like right away, because I know that they give some pretty decent gear. So I'm hoping that right away I can queue up for those like specifically, and I'm hoping to catch them in the rotation as often as possible. I haven't done them yet since they got put back into the game. I mean, I did a bunch, or like originally back in the day, but I have not experienced the 3 new dungeons since they put them in with the ICC patch. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Do I got winter tires on the EcoSport Taffy Laffy? Nah, we just wing it around here. We don't drive really far in the snow, and Amy doesn't like to drive in the snow at all. So usually, if there's snow driving to do, usually I do it. I've never put snow tires on any car I've ever owned, and I've never had a problem. There's snow that you can drive in, which is most snow. And then there's snow that you shouldn't drive in, and like no matter what, like you should always be careful. But no, I've never put special tires on my cars. Is that what's going on with the maintenance? It's a live maintenance? What in the heck is a live maintenance? What is a live maintenance? It's where they just cause all kinds of problems with the server and nobody can get in. Like, I don't get it. Because they said there was going to be maintenance today. I expected the servers to be down. I canceled the stream initially. I went and did a workout, and then I realized the servers were not going down. And I didn't see anything in the language of the post that indicated that it was a live maintenance. I just don't know. All I saw was another extended maintenance, and I was pretty annoyed. And then, you know, lo and behold, it turns out I can actually still play the game, so how long that will last, who knows. Our healer is definitely totally dead. I'm hoping we can finish this without a healer. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Not if I'm tanking it, it won't. I could say that I could step in and heal a little bit. I just don't think that's going to be possible. I'm silenced also. I can't do that yet. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't heal myself yet. Doesn't matter. Fight's over. Why can't I lay on hands myself? What's going on with that? I can't do that yet, but I have no indication of why I can't do that. That's annoying. I'm the only person with a res, so I ought to get on that. I use my wings. Now I'm used to seeing a little debuff when I do something that precludes me from doing something else. I'm used to seeing like what's called a debuff, that I can see the countdown, I can track it, and I didn't see anything like that. Because I was looking up here for some kind of indication of why I can't do what I want to do. But apparently the game does not need to tell me that information anymore. Apparently, I'm just supposed to have the internal timer counting down in my head to when I can use another ability of that caliber. Because when I pop a bubble in Classic era, like it definitely gives me the little countdown. Like I can see the debuff, and I know when I can bubble again. So that's kind of what I was looking for an explanation. It just didn't exist. It doesn't give you forbearance, but you can't use lay on hands for a time. That sounds like nonsense. I believe you, that's obviously what happened, but what I'm saying is that it's kind of bullshit that I don't get some kind of debuff that I can actually track, that I can actually see, like, when can I do lay on hands again? Like, yeah, it should just give you forbearance. If the effect of what you have is technically forbearance, then it should give you forbearance. And then I would know. Then I wouldn't be sitting there like an idiot trying to spam lay on hands when it turns out the reason I can't is because I popped a DPS cooldown. How does it make sense that popping a DPS cooldown then precludes me from using a defensive cooldown? That's actually really stupid in and of itself. But whatever, now I know. I appreciate the info. I can bubble still. That makes even less sense. So I can't lay on hands after popping wings. That would be too powerful. But I can bubble myself and just negate all damage. That's absolutely fine. Makes sense. Yeah, Lael, if you do the upgrade for Kata, I'd say go all the way and make sure you get the boost, the one with the boost included, yeah. In Canada, that bundle's $120. Damn. I think it's like, I don't know what it is here in USD, actually. I mean, like, for myself, like, I don't really care about mounts. I don't really care about pets. I guess the nice thing with the big bundle, though, is, like, you get a boost and you get 30 days of game time. The boost to 80 is a $60 USD value. 30 days of game time is 15, so that's like $95 of value right there. So I guess if you're paying like $120, like you're paying 30 or 40 more bucks for mounts and for pets or whatever. You can ride around on a Ragnaros or something. I don't really know what it is. Yeah, Lael, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys know anybody from the game or from real life and they need a guild, yeah, absolutely invite them to the guild. Yep. Especially if there's somebody who's interested in doing like the heroic plus and the rating. Oh god, I've been horned. Okay, he let me go. Thank god. It's okay, just got myself impaled, no big deal. What is this? Oh, that's a 10% upgrade. I will roll on that. I have not been winning any of the rolls, but I won that one, so. There we go. Neck piece upgrade. Alright, so the other quests are up here. They weren't in the cave. All that time I spent in the cave utterly confused, I was just being an idiot. So yeah, big surprise there, I know. We're also looking for equipment. Oh god. Okay, Halls of Lightning. Okay, at first I thought we got Halls of Stone again. Halls of Lightning? Yeah, I like Halls of Lightning. There's not any, like, super annoying roleplay, so that's good. We immediately had our healer leave. Awesome, awesome. Very, very good. Gotta love it. Ben, am I just playing the Pally at the minute? I'm playing so many different things at the moment. I mean, right now in Wrath we're playing the Pally, but we're about to boost another character today. To 80, I'm playing like Hardcore Hunter. I started a retail Druid today, a Night Elf, for a recorded series, so that I can get the Night Elf Heritage Armor eventually and collect all of the new Druid looks. I've got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. I don't know yet. Yeah, we've been talking about it all morning. Originally I was going to boost a Shaman, and I still might. The problem is that like elemental spec is mediocre DPS, enhancement spec is meh, negligible DPS, and I don't want to heal. So that's kind of my issue. Yeah, I just don't know. Still been considering, been tossing the ideas back and forth. I'm kind of like maybe a Shadow Priest. Maybe not. I don't know. The poll is we're gonna do a poll, and like at this point, since I'm like so hesitant about it, the poll probably will. You guys probably will click the Shaman the most, because that's kind of like the thing that happens. Like if I'm really reluctant about something, that's obviously gonna be what wins the poll. But I will do a poll just to see what you guys say. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna follow it. We'll do a poll first to see if we need to do a poll. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. We'll do a poll to see if we need a poll, and then we'll do a poll. We are waiting for a healer, and I don't need to be waiting here for a healer. You know, this is fine. Let's just teleport out. We'll keep going, and when we get a healer, I'll pop back into the run. Technically, I didn't pay for it, Lael. Technically, David paid for it. David donated me the $60 to do the boost. But I know what you mean, but technically, I didn't pay for it at all. I didn't have the $60 to do it. So, yeah. When it was a metaphorical boost, it was really easy to like think, oh, just go on a Shaman. I like Shaman. It was like a really, like, you know, when it was just like, when it was metaphorical, it was super easy to decide when I'm actually like going to apply the boost. Now it's a different matter entirely. Sven, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Cammy Hammy, that's awesome. I hope you're having a good time.
Well, spit it out. Hurry back. Glad I could help. Be good. Be careful out there. If you ever need anything.
Yeah, all goblin music is bad. That's true. Oh, I'm getting shot by bombs. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, it's this quest. Oh, I love this quest. Does he really love this quest? No, he doesn't. No, he does not love this quest. Okay, 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 good, good. We're doing fine. There we go. We're just on fire. We're on fire, and now we're effed. Oh Lord. I mean, I'm landing in a clear zone. What is hitting me? These little trapdoors are shooting me? Oh my god. No, no, no. That is not a fun, engaging quest. Okay, yeah, let's get out of the minefield now. Before we're literally gonna die in the minefield? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't like goblins. I'm still getting shot up in the air. That's awesome. Oh my god, it's so cool. I love it. Retail is what we call Dragonflight, yeah. There's Classic, and there's Retail. And so if you're playing Dragonflight, you're playing what we call Retail. Why that naming convention sprung up, I have no idea. I didn't make that one up.
Hey, how you doing? Keep it real. Be good.
And maybe it's called Retail because you have to buy a box copy of the game to play it, whereas with Classic you can play Classic for free as long as you're paying your sub. So maybe that's why people started calling it Retail.
Keep it real.
Because you had to buy it at retail price. That's really all I can think of.
Welcome, friend. Have a good one. Keep it real.
We're just not getting a healer. Like, what should I do in this situation? I feel like if we were just queuing up on our own... Oh, there we go. All I had to do was complain about it. Yeah. All I had to do was complain about it, and we're fine. Now we've got a healer. We're good to go. Yeah, literally, yeah. Whichever version of the game you enjoy is the best for you, yeah. You're going to get a bunch of different answers from a bunch of different people, but in reality, the best version of the game is the one that you're currently enjoying. And yeah, the cool thing is, as long as you're paying your sub, you can try Classic. You can try Classic Era Classic. You can try Wrath of the Lich King Classic, which is what we're playing now. Pretty soon there will be a new season of Classic, the Season of Discovery. But yeah, the best version is just the one you're having fun in. I prefer Classic right now. Yeah, I'm playing a little bit of Dragonflight. I started a Druid today in a recorded series. But right now I really prefer Classic Era. Right on, Robert. I'll grab you after this one. Toss you an invite. It looks like I might only have to do like two or three more runs, and I'm pretty sure we hit level 80. Like, I thought the last level was going to drag a little bit, but it really isn't dragging too much. Yeah, David has a good point. The games are different enough that if you have an open mind, you can enjoy them both. It just, what I find is that it works best not to compare them. Like, when I'm playing Retail now, I try not to like draw comparisons to Classic. I just try to like enjoy the game for like what I'm getting out of it. $14 days until season discovery. Yeah, I'm hoping that like by getting into some endgame stuff in Wrath, that it'll kind of make the time fly by. You know, if I can get engaged and start doing heroic plus, and maybe I want to try to get a raid done before the season of discovery comes out. I'd like for us to raid something as a guild at some point before SOD opens up. Yeah, and then I still want to make sure that I'm carving out time to play Wrath even when Season of Discovery is out. I do plan to start doing some like evening streams to kind of supplement some of the stuff we do during the day. give myself a little bit more time to play different versions of the game. Because yeah, I mean, when Season of Discovery comes out, like, it's probably going to dominate my thought process for a while, and so I think it's going to be important that I actually carve out time. If we're like raiding by then, it makes it easier, because then I know that, like, you know, Saturday morning we're going to raid. If we're doing Heroic Plus Plus, then it makes it easier, because then I could say, you know, this evening and this evening we're going to do Heroic Plus Plus. You know, maybe we keep Wrath Wednesday as Wrath Wednesday even for like the mainstream. So yeah, I think like dedicating time for Wrath will be easier once I'm only doing endgame stuff, because like for streaming, I kind of, for a while, I kind of lost interest in doing the leveling stuff in Wrath on the stream. So being at endgame will be better. This Affliction Warlock is cranking out the DPS. What pet does he use? What is he using as his pet? He's using a Voidwalker. I mean, that can't be optimal. He's doing a lot of damage, but having a Voidwalker out in a 5-man, that can't be optimal, can it? What should he be using as an Affliction Warlock in a 5-man? I'd also like to point out that like his 4th top damaging ability is his pet's auto attack. So there's that. Curse of Agony is doing so little that it honestly seems like he shouldn't even bother with it. Fell Hunter is usually best for Affliction. Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't just pull the Fell Hunter out. He'd probably be doing even, maybe he just realizes he's already doing so much damage that it doesn't matter. Fell Hunter also gives an int and spirit buff. It seems like he should have that out. I don't think I'm getting buffed at all by the Voidwalker being out. Oh, the group doesn't get it, just the lock. Okay, well that's his loss then. Blitzen, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for being here. To be fair, my face is very similar to my channel icon, so from the beginning I've tried to give people a fair representation of what I look like. The lock's a bot. Kick him! Kick him, put him on ignore. It's gotta be a bot. Using the wrong pet, automatically a bot. Be better yourself? I have no idea. I can't even speak to it. I haven't played it yet. Yeah, what's better to main an SOD, mage or hunter? I mean, whichever one you prefer, because I have no idea. Yep, all the classes are going to be substantially different. So even if I was like thinking about just like regular classic era, you know, you're going to have so many different abilities that didn't exist in classic era that, you know, it's like whatever you prefer at this point. We have no idea how like class balance is going to shake out, or if there's going to be any kind of like real class balance. It might turn out that some classes and some specs are grossly overpowered in Season of Discovery. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, when you're going into an unknown situation, then it's easy just to pick like whatever flavor you like. Like when you're dealing with an established meta, like in Wrath Phase 4 here, like there's an established meta. Like we know what classes are performing the best, and we know what specs are performing the best. So like then you kind of have to think like, well, what's best? But when you're going into the complete unknown, then it's really easy just to pick what you like, what you think you'll like. You know, what kind of flavor of damage do you like doing? But between a hunter and a mage, the biggest thing to think about is like, do you like the idea of having a pet? Because obviously the hunter is going to have pet management, and the mage is not going to have that. Jason, everything sounds fun except the druid still. Except being a feral druid, yeah. I wonder if they should add some more looks. You know, they can be low res models, right? But they really need to add some different options for how like your bear and how your cat look in classic era. And I feel like if they do that, it should just be burned into all the classic era realms. Like bears and cats should have some more options in what they look like. Moonkin should have some more options in what they look like. It's so that you don't have to look exactly like every other druid on your faction. You know, like, you'll look like some of the other druids. Like, you're not going to have infinite customization. You know, you probably won't have customization on the scale that you have in retail. But, you know, when you're stuck looking at a bear's ass, like, you can at least ask that sometimes it changes color or pattern or looks a little bit different. Because, yeah, like, looking at the same thing the entire game and then knowing also that everybody else looks the same is not great.
The master was right. To be concerned.
My wife has brought me an egg, a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. A belt. A true belt. And I'm gonna eat that after this run. I might eat it during the run if I get super hungry. So that's happening soon. Yeah, a rune that allows you to not have to shapeshift. Right. Yeah, I would play a caster druid if I didn't have to be a were-chicken. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. That's kind of like, yeah, I started the caster druid for retail because I know, like, in retail I'm going to have more options, like, as for what I look like. The first thing I'm going to do in retail is I'm going to get the star glyph, the glyph of star form or whatever it is, so that I look, you know, not like a were-chicken. And then I'm going to go from there, collecting some of the other appearances. Can I eat this sandwich and DPS this dungeon at the same time? Maybe. I might be able to. Do we have one more boss here or two more bosses? Two more bosses. Then I'm probably going to be DPSing and eating at the same time. Yeah, I'm not. No, the belt is. Listen, the belt is not going to wait. The belt waits for no man. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my cam off and mute myself. I'm gonna eat this belt while the egg is still hot. Okay. Yeah. I have to do this. Okay, it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. There we go. I will see you guys on the flip side. And I will try to put out enough DPS to get through this normal dungeon run, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, there we go. See, that was not too long at all. We did okay damage. We didn't die. And it's over now. Yep. I mean, to be completely honest, I did drop a bunch of sliced tomatoes into my lap, but, you know, who needs these pants anyway? We don't need them. I'll just throw them out. I had a lesson in physics. I lifted the side of the plate where the sandwich was, and the tomato slices were on the other side of the plate, and that side of the plate was hanging over the edge of the desk, and then so then the plate upended, and all the tomato slices ended up right in my lap. The sandwich was in my hand, so that was good. And did I eat the lap tomatoes? Absolutely. Who doesn't like a good lap tomato? No, thankfully they're gray. Thankfully they're gray. They're just gray, like Under Armour track pants. So they're probably not gonna stain at all or anything like that. I'm just not gonna be able to wear them for the rest of today after I stand up. I mean, next time you'll give me the whole tomato so I can just eat it like an apple. It still would have rolled into my lap because I just wasn't paying attention to physics. I picked up the sandwich. The tomatoes were on the plate hanging off the edge of the desk in front of the keyboard. As soon as I picked the I had a moment where I realized what was going to happen, but it was too late. The tomatoes and the pickle just ended up right in my lap. Yep, lap tomatoes and a lap pickle. I still ate all of it. What about the lap pickle? I like lap pickle almost is not appropriate for the internet, but it was real anyway. Wendell, good afternoon, man. Yeah, I don't think we can talk about lap pickle. I don't think that's acceptable. YouTube doesn't like it. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like the lap pickle. It was almost a whole salad. Yeah, it was very close to just being an entire salad dumped right into my lap. The important part was the sandwich. Like, yeah, I had the sandwich fallen into my lap, it would have been disaster. But luckily, I prioritized, like, picking that up first. I'm starting to think we're only going to need one more run after this. Depending on what the bonus experience is at the end of this one, we might only need one more dungeon run to hit 80. And if that's the case, it'll happen a lot sooner than I thought it would. Oh yeah, I removed that pin. I'm getting better at removing my pinned comments, yeah. The past couple days I've been doing pretty good. This guy has some kind of mechanic that it would probably be really good for me to remember, but I can't really remember what it is. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes open though. He dazes, right? Don't we gotta look away from him and he'll daze if we don't? No, I don't know. I'm gonna run away. I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of that. Did he do something? Okay, it looks like it's over. Some kind of Nova. Did I have to line of sight it like that, or was there like a better way to deal with it? Seal of the Pantheon. I've never seen this drop. It's a nice tanking trinket. I saw everybody run away. I kind of thought I just had to turn my back on it. I don't know why. Just a little bit of distance. Okay. So not a full line of sight. Good to know. But I do have to run away from it. So before I queue up for the last one, does anybody want in? Does anybody want into the run? Robert, I know you mentioned jumping on. My bags are full, yeah. Yes, they are. Let's try to fix that. Kekar, which character, man? Yeah, if you want in, just let me know. If you don't have a note set, I'm not gonna know who the character is. There we go. So now we just need a tank. I like Robert. I like that your mage is like set to tank. I see a little shield icon here, so you're good to tank this one, right?
Interesting.
Jess, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. That's it. That's all we need then. We just, yeah, I'll rejoin. Sorry, Wendell, I looked away from it. I almost didn't see you.
Keep it real.
We are doing a regular 5-man. That might very well be the last regular 5-man that this character needs to get level 80. Yeah, looking at the experience, oh god, it's Violet Hold. Of course it was Violet Hold. Of course it was. Now Violet Hold, like, I don't know if there will be enough kill experience in here to get us there, but it'll be close, I think. Yeah, of course it had to be VH. It could have been any other dungeon. Would have been better for us.
Name's Addons. Light bless you.
Would Nomer have been better? It would have for sure been enough kill XP. Yeah. It would have for sure been enough kill XP, and then we could have bailed out on the dungeon like as soon as I ding. This one, I'm not sure. Maybe with the bonus XP at the end will be good. Fleming, I'm doing well. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, it'll be an easy run. I just don't know if it'll be enough XP to get us to 80. What's the plan when I reach 80? When this character hits 80, we are going to decide what other character I'm going to use my level 80 boost on. We're going to get this character to 80, and then we're going to boost another character. To be determined. I don't know what class yet. And then after that, like, if not today, next time we start the heroic grind to try to gear up for heroic plus, and for raids. I hardly ever fight this guy in here. What does he do? He obliterates. The short answer is that he obliterates. Layla, isn't Eagles Chiefs on Monday night? Or is it Sunday? I thought it was Monday night football. It was Eagles Chiefs. Yeah, I think it's Monday. I think the Chiefs are gonna crush the Eagles, and I don't think the brotherly shove is gonna work for them. I think they're gonna get crushed. It's my prediction. No, I mean I hope it's a close game, but I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are gonna win. I hope they win because there's a guy at my kid's school he's a big Eagles fan, so he always tries to like stop by in the morning and talk to me like when a game's coming up or a game has happened. And I don't really want bragging rights, but like I just want to be able to give him the nod that says like, yes, my team beat your team. We don't have to talk about it. It's okay. The nod is like all the communicating with other parents that I like to do. Like sometimes like I'm forced to do more than that, and that he's one of those cases where he'll try to like talk to me. Like I don't like to talk too much. Oh, there we go. I was muted. Haha, that's one. Wish I could mute myself in real life. I'll just be talking in real life. Hey, you're muted. Hey, you know what? Never mind. Muted. Just drink. Ever since I did the 3 mutes rule, I haven't muted myself 3 times in a single stream. I haven't had to pull out the Lego Batman voice and read your guys' comments in a Batman voice, so that incentive to not mute myself has been helping out, I think. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get 80 with this run. I think we're going to have to do at least one more dungeon, preferably one with more trash. No, it's going to be Lions and Chiefs at the Super Bowl, Lael. It's going to be Lions Chiefs. Like, no doubt the Eagles will get into the playoffs, but it's going to be Lions Chiefs Super Bowl. Exactly. Yes. Then we win either way. I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, I wouldn't care who wins. Yeah, if it could be Chiefs Lions for the Super Bowl, then like yeah, either team winning I'd be happy with. It'd probably be the most enjoyable Super Bowl to watch. Because like as long as it was a good game, I really wouldn't care who won. It's not. No. No, we like the same teams. Yeah. We tend to root for the same teams. So, yeah. And Goff is our fantasy football quarterback on our fantasy team, so Jason, which one should you boost? Probably not either of those. You probably want to boost something up from level 1, right? If you were going to boost one of those, I'd say the lower level one, you know? Because you've put some time into leveling them up already. Like, yeah, my thing with a boost is, like, it's best used on a character that's, like, either, like, a really, really low level or, like, just level 1. Yeah. Maybe do, like, a Warlock. Yeah, rogue or lock. You talked about like a human rogue, but you know, horde side. Yeah. Try maybe like a Belf rogue. Obviously, like if it's horde side, it's got to be a Belf no matter what. So. Oh yeah, for SOD we're alliance. Yeah. Save the human rogue for SOD. Yeah. Classic era stuff. We'll probably always be on the alliance side until they give the horde blood elves in classic era, which they probably won't ever do. But yeah. As long as you don't keep the Voidwalker out in group content, we won't kick you.
A valiant defense, but this city must be razed. I will fulfill Malagos' wishes myself.
Yeah, that didn't do it. That did not do it. So close, but so far. I wonder if now I should just knock off a couple of quests. We still got a bubble and a half to go. Yeah, I don't even know what the best plan is here. I mean, we could do another one, but am I going to get enough kill XP? That's the question. Or should I just knock off a couple of these quests really fast? I feel like if I do like a couple of these quests, maybe I just get it, you know? And maybe I do it that way. Do you guys think another one? We could do it. A part of me feels like questing might be faster for this last little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Oh, David, that sucks, man. Oh. If only we'd been a little bit you know, if only I hadn't thought there was maintenance today. If they hadn't posted a maintenance message, you know, I would have been on about an hour earlier. I was all set to be on an hour earlier, and then I saw maintenance, and I thought that we weren't going to be able to have a stream today. I blame Blizzard for this. I blame Blizzard. Felix, I play Classic much more than Retail. Why? Because I enjoy Classic more than I enjoy Retail. I think that was like fairly obvious. Like, you know, the typical reason that people do one thing more than the other is that they enjoy the one thing more than the other. It's usually like, sometimes like, the simple answer is the obviously right answer. However, I did start a Night Elf Druid run today in Retail. That's going to be a recorded series, so I am playing a little bit of Retail. But best taken in small doses. I want to at least do the poll while you're here, David. You guys go ahead. I got a poll to type up. Which class to boost to 80? I need to add some options. I should add the specs. Eli Shami, Affliction Warlock. Okay. Okay. You guys have at that. Nobody picks Shaman. There you go. Eli Shami, Aff Warlock, Fire Mage, Combat Rogue. Go, 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 go. Really? Fire Mage is blowing it away? Fire Mage is blowing it? That was unexpected. Miha, you saw Kokarna started the WoW hardcore player. Did I get the chance to watch? Yeah, I had some feelings about Ko playing WoW hardcore that I shared last week, and those feelings are still basically the same. I watched his video where he talked about playing WoW, because the understand about Ko is that Ko is somebody who has basically badmouthed WoW and even badmouthed Classic WoW since Classic came out. He said he wouldn't play it. He said it was not a real MMO. He said it was a theme park MMO that was on rails, and it wasn't interesting to him, even though his only experience with it was back in the day getting one character to 40. So unfortunately for Ko, like, he has said a lot of negative shit about Classic that really put me off when I saw that he was now playing hardcore, because of course he wants to capitalize on how popular it is right now, right? Because he's a businessman. He's a bored businessman with nothing else to play right now, so like obviously you capitalize on what's popular. But yeah, unfortunately for him, I listened to too many Ko rants throughout the last couple of years about how boring WoW is and how he would never come back and he would never play Classic, etc. So I haven't watched him play. Sometimes I check one of the episodes to see what level he's gotten to, but I can't watch Ko play World of Warcraft. Sometimes it's really hard as somebody who's played the game a lot, like even if I didn't have feelings about like his about face on the issue. Even if I didn't have those feelings, like as a longtime WoW player, it's sometimes really hard to watch people play WoW when they're not WoW players. Because you just want to take them by the shoulders and shake them and like tell them all kinds of stuff that they're doing wrong, you know? Like he's got his UI scale way up too high, like his UI dominates the entire screen, it looks like garbage. For some reason he keeps his DPS meter up even when he's soloing, his chat box is way too big. Like I have all these little nitpicky things about his playthrough, so no, I can't watch it, unfortunately. I can't watch it. I like watching Ko play stuff that I don't play. I liked him not being a WoW player, because then I could play WoW, and I could watch him play other stuff. You know, stuff that I can't play, stuff that he could play on his $10,000 computer that I simply can't play. Yeah, it's like, and so maybe I thought that like if he keeps with it, so if he keeps playing Classic WoW, and let's say he gets a few characters killed, and once he grows some familiarity with the game, then maybe I wouldn't mind watching him play it. Like, watching Ko Carnage play WoW as a noob after all the shit he's talked about the game is really painful to me, and I can't do it. I kind of wish that he just hadn't played it, you know? I kind of wish he'd have just left WoW to people that like WoW. The rogue is close, yeah. He kept calling his warlock a warrior. It sounds like something he would do, yeah. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I like him a lot, but unfortunately, like I said, I've been there for too many of his negative rants about WoW, and how he would never play it, so it's like, I get it, sometimes people change their minds, right? But just because he changed his mind on the matter doesn't mean I have to like the fact that he's playing the game. I feel bad for all, like, the smaller streamers on Twitch who've been playing WoW Classic for a long time. You know, there are plenty of small streamers on Twitch that have been at it for a very long time, and like when it comes down to it, like who is someone on Twitch going to choose to watch? Like a lot of people are just going to watch Ko. They're not going to go find like the smaller guys who've been doing it since Classic came out. And so I kind of feel bad for like all the WoW content creators over on Twitch. It's a rough time. Someone needs to go tell him how to adjust his UI scale, though. His UI is scaled up way too big. Like, you can't even see what's on his first and second keys. I'm assuming he's got, like, Immolate. No, I saw Immolate up on top. I'm assuming he's got Shadow Bolt and Corruption on 1 and 2, but you can't see his abilities because his UI scale is up too big. He needs to shrink it down a bit. We don't need the character portrait to be so large, and his chat does not need to extend up into the game field. Like, he's got some, like, visual things that just kind of make it unenjoyable to even look at. Also, like, Twitch sucks, so he's only able to output his streams in 1080 at a 8000 kilobit bitrate, so because of that his gameplay looks like garbage, because that's the quality that he can output from Twitch. So it's just hard to watch for multiple reasons. I'm not necessarily going to, like I said earlier, I'm not going to blindly follow the poll. The poll is for me to gauge what people might be interested in, but by no means am I simply going to boost the thing that wins. That's not how polls work around here. Polls around here are for me to see like what people are interested in and to collect information. they're not something that I follow blindly. Like, I'm seeing that Affliction, Warlock, Fire Mage, and Combat Rogue are all, like, pretty close. I'm seeing that all of those are pretty close. So I may make a selection from those 3. Yeah, the problem though is that he's not really enjoying the journey as a complete noob because he has 10 to 20,000 people telling him how to play, what add-ons to use, and all that stuff. So it's not even like his own journey to become a WoW player. Like, all of us went on a journey to become a WoW player. You know, we learn things over time, we learn things from other people, we learn things while playing the game. When you're playing the game and you're a noob, but you have 10,000 people watching, like, you're not really like having an organic experience learning to play. You're just gonna you're gonna be guided by all these different voices. So, yeah. He did have a cool heat map add-on. I thought he has a map add-on that shows you like a heat map of where people die, and I thought that's kind of like cheating. Because then what happens is, like, you know, a lot of us are familiar with the dangerous areas in the game. But as an outsider, like, he wouldn't know. But now he has this heat map, and he can just look at the heat map, and he can see, like, well, tons of people die here. Obviously, it's a dangerous area. Time to be careful. So I thought that was interesting. That's the part of the Deathlog add-on. Yeah, I thought that's, like, for someone who doesn't know the game, that's kind of cheating. For someone who does know the game, it's a cool, like, feature, like, because we already know where the places are dangerous.
I hunger. Still, I thirst.
It's not like too bad, but yeah, I kind of thought that, like, it's a lot of information to have as being a person who's not, like, because a lot of people come into hardcore WoW and they're not familiar with Classic at all, and maybe they all use the add-on, maybe they all use that map add-on, maybe they all know, like, where the dangerous places are, but I feel like a lot of people have organic experiences. They get killed in a mine and, like, oh, the kobolds in there are really dangerous. If you have a map that just, like, tells you where most people get killed, then you know all the time when you're entering a dangerous area, and it's gonna change. But yeah, maybe I'll check him out after he's gotten a handful of characters killed. If he's still playing it and he's, like, learned more and, like, the UI looks better, and then maybe I'd watch him play. But ultimately, like, probably not. Like I said, I like to watch Ko play games that I don't play. That's kind of why I watch him. I really don't have an interest in, like, playing WoW for 5 hours and then going to watch Ko play WoW, like, in my downtime. Leo, you don't think he'll stick with it long? The problem is, the guy freaking loves MMOs. Like, I think he's gonna get addicted. Like, he's a huge MMO player from EverQuest. Like, I think there's a chance that he does stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, he has a big history of really, really loving MMOs. And so, like, I feel like well, yeah, I mean, maybe he won't know until he gets killed. But no, unfortunately, I feel like he will stick with it. Especially if the viewership is there. Like, I don't watch him on Twitch. So I don't know, like, what his viewership is like during the streams. But if he's getting lots of viewership, he's probably going to keep playing it because he does like MMOs. And despite what he himself has said before, WoW is an actual MMO. Classic is not a theme park. Classic is not on rails. And now I think he's learning a lot of that stuff. And so I think that there is a big chance that he will get addicted to it. We'll see. He's able to run with the OnlyFangs group, which is all the streamers, right? Is that the streamer guild? OnlyFangs? He clicks through the dialogue, but the annoying thing is that he has the AI voices running, but then he just runs and takes the next quest while the one is still running, you know? Yeah, it's. I mean, he's probably bigger than all those people on Twitch anyway. Like, I don't know any of like the WoW streamers on Twitch. I don't know their cute little names or who they are. The only person that I know who plays WoW on Twitch is Asmongold. I'm really surprised that Ko wouldn't do a community guild. Usually he does community guilds. And he does that on the EverQuest Fresh Starts. He'll do a community guild, and that way he can do stuff with his community. So it is kind of really surprising if that's a guild that's just explicitly for streamers. That's a little bit weird. And unless maybe they get their communities into that guild, then it makes sense. Let's just say, like, this time more than any other time in my life, I'm really happy that I'm not trying to stream on Twitch. Yeah, I'm real. I can't imagine how it was already like frustrating enough, but I can't imagine like if I was trying to stream on Twitch, and then I wake up one day and Ko is playing WoW. I'm just glad I'm not on Twitch. That's all. I don't have to deal with it, you know. I don't have to deal with it. I don't really have to worry about it too much. It's not affecting what I do, and yeah, that's the good part, is that it's not negatively affecting what I do. I'm sure it's negatively affecting some people on Twitch, like some of the smaller streamers, like people who are my size and have been trying to stream on Twitch since Classic came out. It's probably negatively impacting them, because it's probably taking some of their viewers, but I don't have to worry about it. Taffy, I've only been streaming since last May, but I've had the channel going on Classic content since Classic came out. Channel's been around for 6 years this February, and we've been playing Classic on the channel since 2019. But I only started streaming back in May? I think it was May, this last May. For a long time I didn't know if I would ever stream. I didn't always really feel comfortable with the idea that, you know, I'm on platform and I'm on camera for everybody, but like I don't get to look at any of you guys, because I was used to teaching like classrooms for corporate classrooms. So like, yes, everybody could see me. Yes, I was standing and talking in front of people, but I could see them too. And when I thought about streaming, I was kind of like, well, it's kind of unfair that, you know, I'm on platform all day, but I don't really get to see anybody else. But eventually I got over it. I realized it was a bunch of fun to hang out with you guys, and I never looked back. It was the end of June. Yeah, I think the first... Was it the end of June? I feel like when I first started on the Pally, it was like the end of May. And then like June was when I really started doing it daily. So yeah, not long. It was June 23rd. Why do I think May? Huh. Maybe May was when I started that Paladin. Maybe that's what I was looking at. Because we didn't start streaming that Paladin until like level 21 or something. So maybe May is when I started that character. It was right before, yeah. No, you're probably right. I might have been looking at the start date for that playlist. So it's only been like half a year. Not even. Look at the poll. See, the longer the poll stays up, the more balanced everything gets. Yeah, everything is gravitating right around the same for the poll now. This is why polls are basically unhelpful. There's also a lot of psychology in a poll. Like if somebody looks at a poll, they're inclined to like either A, pick the thing that's winning, or B, pick the thing that's not winning. So then like over time, if any poll stays up long enough, it tends to balance itself out. Like the 24, 24, 24, 27. It's completely deadlocked at 24, except the combat rogue has moved to 27%. So in other words, nobody cares what I play. Yeah, nobody really cares. And that's it. We hit 80. Here we go. Guys, thank you so much for the runs. I really appreciate it. Right now, I'm going to leave this group. I'm going to hearth back to Dalaran. And this one is done. This one is in the bag. It feels good to not have to level this character anymore. So yeah, awesome sauce. I love it. Thank you guys. I am gonna drop group. I'm gonna get myself back, and then we get to make the choice. We get to go to our character select screen, and I have to spend this boost. Yeah, we got to do the boost. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. So we got the boost. and we could do whatever we want with it. See, I have a mage and I have a warlock. I don't have a rogue. I don't have a rogue made. But yeah, but rogue is winning. Now the thing about rogue is you know, it's a melee class. It is a melee class. I have a melee class. I have the best melee class in the game. And so I wonder, like, do I really need another melee class? Now, of course, rogue starts pulling ahead. Let me talk more shit about the rogue, and then we'll see if it can pull even further ahead. I like the rogue too. Yeah, I like the rogue. You know, it's not bad. But I wonder, like, am I gonna melee? How many times am I gonna die if I'm a melee DPS in a raid? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. Okay, so, like, yeah, for me, honestly, like, this is a tough one. It's tough. I don't even have a rogue created. I think, like, whatever I do, I might want to use my name anyway. I have my name saved here, so I might want to use my name no matter what I do. How is like the rogue rotation? Is it like really complicated? I have an alliance side rogue that's like level 70. I just don't remember the gameplay. I don't remember any of the gameplay. Oh, I have a 68 rogue. Why are her swords so big? I don't understand. I can't remember what any of the gameplay was like. I also have a human mage. I should faction change some of these people, and then I'd have to also realm change them. Oh boy. The affliction lock is like the least. Ramble stab? I can't. Okay. How is the AoE on the rogue? I feel like the AoE on the rogue is gonna suck. That's kind of what I feel like. Also, the rogue is not S tier. The rogue is like barely A tier. Let's read a little bit about the combat rogue. Just as in Phase 1 to 3, all competitive raid compositions in Phase 4 will include at least one combat rogue, specifically for the Savage Combat debuff. What is Savage Combat debuff? Increases your total attack power by 4% and all physical damage caused to your enemies you have poisoned increased by 4%. Okay. The only other source of the 4% damage debuff is the Arms Warrior, which nobody wants. Let's see. Note that the combat spec is already not too far behind Assassination counterpart and single target throughput, and is in fact expected to outscale Assassination as the highest DPS rogue spec in full BIS setup. Okay. Unfortunately, neither PvE rogue specialization will be able to hold its own against a Feral Druid or Rat Pally or a Fury Warrior on pure numerical output. So a combat rogue's raid spot will come entirely from its raid utility. Okay. Sure. And that's A tier DPS. The only S tier listed for Phase 4 are Affliction Warlock, Feral Druid, and Fire Mage. So there's that. This is not an easy choice, but it's one that we have to make soon. You think the Fire Mage will get boring for me? It's possible that it might. It's possible. Go Feral, be cool. I know that Feral's complicated. I know that I probably wouldn't excel. Yeah, and I don't want to be a Tauren. I really don't want to be a Tauren. How did I get myself into this position? Oh, look at those tiny little daggers. It's like going to be the opposite of the human. The human's weapons were too big. The Blood Elf's weapons are going to be too small. Yeah, the paradox of choice. I hate choice. I hate choices. Choices are awful. And nobody likes a choice. Oh God. Oh God. Is this what life is? Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I can't. Okay, we're back. We're back. Nah, Taffy, it's not your fault. I would have got to this point anyway. Yeah, it was easy when it was like a theoretical choice, but then when it comes down to being like an actual choice, then it's hard. Yeah. It's a tough one. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Am I gonna regret whatever I do today? Probably. The thing is, Alex, that technically I have played each class. Yeah, like I said, I showed the Alliance characters. I got a level 70 mage, and I have a level 68 rogue. So like technically, I have played the classes. You know, I still can't decide. That's the problem. Is that I have played them. You know, the only class that I haven't played extensively is the Shaman. Like I've leveled up the rogue. I've leveled up the mage. So yeah, like, yeah, I don't know fire spec at all, and I know combat rogue a little bit. Like I don't really remember. It must have been easy because I don't remember it being very complicated to play a combat rogue. I do want to play. I don't know what I want to play in SOD. It would be easier if I knew what I wanted to play in SOD. I kind of want to play a lock in SOD. I just buy another boost. I didn't buy this boost. David bought this boost. I don't have the money for boost, okay? What do you think I am? I'm not Co-Carnage. I'm not made out of boosts. This is it. This is the one boost. This is the singular boost that we get. So, it is what it is. Yeah, you know what though? Like honestly, like let's be real. Like okay, I have a melee DPS. Okay, let's just be real. I have the melee DPS that I like. Okay, let's look at it from that angle. I have the melee DPS that I like. If I'm gonna melee DPS, I'm gonna do it on the Paladin. Let's do it that way. Like. I don't think I need a rogue. You know what I mean? The red is one of the best DPSs in the game right now. Like I don't think I need a rogue. I would like to have something ranged. I would like to have something ranged. Here we go. I'm gonna be right back. I got a bio. You guys look at the poll, and I will decide when I get back. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. All right, I can see that we're pretty much at the same place. Elemental Shaman is of course winning, because of course it is. I don't know, guys. This might be too hard for me to decide right now. Yep, I'm not sure. I don't know. All right. It's done. I know. I hate trolls though. They can't wear boots. Not bad. Miha, yes, I'd like to eventually. I really would like to. I think I might do it all with the reforged graphics, though. A new beginning. My talents have been reset because they were never set. Yeah, the armor looks good on her. Yeah, absolutely. She does look good. Surprisingly, she looks good. I like it. Now, in like when we put her in a gear that comes from Wrath of the Lich King, she's gonna look like she's wearing a garbage bag, because like none of the Wrath gear really looks any good for some reason. But yeah, this gear looks good. I like this gear. You'd think they would, yeah, that'd be cool, Robert. You'd think they would give me like $1 on Hearthstone or something, but I doubt they'd give me anything that cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, there it is. I don't know what to do with any of this stuff. Let's do Strength. Let's do Searing Totem. Mana Spring or Healing Spring? Probably Mana. There we go. Oh god, what is she having us do? And what's wrong with my add-ons? My Questie's completely broken. Everything is completely, absolutely busted now. And now I have to learn how to play. Now the only thing left to do is to learn to play, which I don't know how to do. So I'll have to look into that. I'm sure I'm gonna want like this out as a cooldown to pop. Lava Burst. Lava Burst sounds cool. Yeah, Lava Burst maybe. I doubt I need auto attack. Let's do something like that. I don't need you out here. Flame Shock, Lava Burst, Lightning Bolt spam. Yeah. Something like that. Fire Nova might also be something like situationally, maybe like in a certain situation, like I'm gonna want to Fire Nova for AoE. Yep, we got Chain Lightning. Maybe something like that. I'll probably want to be able to purge. Bloodlust needs to come out. Flame Tongue weapon. I don't have any weapons. Oh dear lord. Okay. So what am I equipping myself with as a caster? I don't even know. What am I wearing right now? I'm wearing intellect stuff, so that's good. And then I need to figure out what weapon I'm putting on. Mana per 5. Do I want a shield? And a one-hander? This is mana per 5. That seems like healing stuff to me. Is that not healing stuff? Okay, so I got the one-hander and shield. They feel like with the mana per 5, they feel like healing items to me, but you know, they have spell power on them, so that's good. It's for heals and elemental. Okay. Do you think there's int gear without MP5 on it? I didn't see any. I didn't see any weapons without MP5. And then talents, I'll have to look up a talent build because yeah, I mean, I could freeball something really quick. We can just like play by the seat of our pants. But I'll probably look up a build, and then I'll probably read all through these and get myself situated. But yeah, there it is. Yep. And then I need this on my bar. I need to be able to push a button to drop all my totems. So yeah, that's going to take up some keybinds. Where would it be, though? Where would the button be? Here we go. Call of Elements. Simultaneously place for... What is this? Call of Ancestors. Can be different than Call of Elements. Oh, no. They're letting me do different loadouts. Oh, God. Don't give me that level of options. Please, Jesus. Oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. And then where's the recall button? I should be able just to drag this out. Yeah, I don't see totemic recall. Anywhere. Oh well. Yeah, 3 different totem sets. Right, I see now that I have yeah, 3 different totem sets. And I'm sure there's going to be like optimal situations and ways to use them that I'm going to completely fall flat on. That's going to suck. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'd like to not have to do different totem builds, but yeah, I probably will for different situations, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just have the one loadout and like stick with that one loadout, but maybe that's not going to be possible. What do I want to... So I'm enchanting with Flame Tongue Weapon, right? Is that what I'm doing? Perfect. Oh yeah, hey, thank you for the portal, Robert. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, yeah, here we are. We are in Dalaran. My interface is all kinds of messed up. Yeah, I'll have to work on it. I'll have to work on some of that stuff in my own time, guys. I have a hard stop as of like 5 minutes ago, so I have to get off here for today. Thank you guys for being here for it. I appreciate you enduring all of my polls, even though ultimately we just went back to do what I originally wanted to do anyway. And yeah, it'll probably be for the best, I think. Tomorrow, I want to get on this character tomorrow, so I'm hoping that there won't be any extended maintenance tomorrow. I'm hoping that the servers will be up. I'm hoping that we'll be able to play. And I want to get some experience under my belt here on the Shaman queuing up. I'm hoping we can queue for regular heroics. Lich King Heroic... Oh, look at that. It's letting me queue into the Titan Rune Alpha. So, like, that's really interesting. Also, I should probably... Oh no, they're locked out. On second. Oh, no, they're not. Titan Rune Alpha I can do. Regular Heroic I can do. Except for... Oh, it's not letting me in the, Pit of Saren, Hall of Reflection... And then what's the other one? Something of Souls, right? Forge of Souls I can do. I need to start getting gear from these guys. That would be probably one of the fastest ways to get some gear early on. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow, guys. We will figure it all out then. Thank you guys again for being here. I really do appreciate all of the support. Until tomorrow, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.